Okay. Well, David, this works. Huh. Still shows there's 69 people watching, but it told me there was 20 and it was 14, but now there's 69. Right. Okay then. Moving along. Hello. Hello, Julia. Hello, Julie. I love you in here, Nosy. Nikki, Anita. Internet good, very sunny over here. I don't know if the video will show. I just tested my internet. It seems to be a bit slower, but I'm still like doing about 263. I think was the. That's not bad. Upload was not bad. Okay. So. Yeah. Just communism. Afternoon, JJ, Caper, Nita, Christine, Glenn B. Are you ladies like a bit misandrists? Are you misandrists? Because there's not very many guys in here. NS44. Maybe you're just secretly hating. Are you hating on men? No bad weather here. Video stopped, chat kept going. Let's see here.
Right away.
What happened? What's going on there? Oh yeah, I think I showed the chat. Or I showed the speed test. Let's see. Always good fun. Good fun. I'm going to tell you what's happening over there. This is the video. I don't know. Let's see what happens. It does have good stuff, by the way. Written in March. Why didn't they have Max back for round 2? Oh, maybe it stopped. That's strange. How did it? 37717. So okay, if that's correct, then let's see if I can do some math. Ooh. Okay, so if that's right, that's 109 documents just dropped. You know, because that's what you do when you're open and transparent. You see, this is a no-brainer to people who don't understand the story. You can just kind of say those kinds of things. Like, they say, oh yeah, we're open and transparent. They concluded the hearings, and then they're releasing thousands of more documents, which it should be tens of thousands of more documents. We'll all have to go to the honest people, open and transparent people do things. I never could understand the rumbles. I think it says my video's over. There's 0 time left. Oh.
So if you want to burn fat quickly, there is...
How the fuck does that work exactly? That's a... Wow. I think that what's going on over down in the center. There've been a lot of vacating of cold ones. Like it said live, it was still streaming. Now I have more people again. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I tested the internet. The chat was still going. Yeah, CSE. Fuck them. Okay. So, no, I checked the Bob Detramonte. I was interested in that. And I checked the I checked the Wilsons. I thought that was a good lead in from the other one. That's gone. That's still missing. MCC's attempts to contact Fitbit. Like, it's an attempt to contact them? Like, how difficult is it? Maybe it didn't get the desired outcome. So here's an interesting question that was sent to me by family. How is it that... well, I think I know the answer, but I'll give the question. How is it that the RCMP, i.e. BANT, knew the phone number to send the text to Aaron? 37082. Oh, it just went up again. Okay. So that's twice. It's got bumped. Elvis left the building, of course. Judge McDonald and Kim and go on. The vacating bowels is out of the room. So then they can put things up. Now that everything's done, because that's transparency. So, okay, how does... I presume that's just the regular documents. How did they get Aaron's phone number to send a text to? How does Wayne, who's running around all over the place, how does he get his phone number? Now, because we had Donna Lee Wilston say in her affidavit that, which I found highly curious, they didn't use basically what I believe, if I'm understanding what she was saying correctly, they didn't use a reverse phone directory to get the landline phone numbers, which obviously doesn't answer actually to Aaron. But instead of using the reverse phone directory, they pulled pros. They used pros. So they were looking for people with criminal records in Portapic, or interactions, shall I say, interactions with the police. It's a very odd way of looking for people. Strange. Oh, did you get the 4 documents? Uh-ohs. Oh, nah. Oh, no. What's going on here? No, stop. Oh, no. No! Oh, you sent the ones they removed. Oh, yes, because very transparent. Do we know what they were? I'm like asking about what's the end of the movie. Can you tell me the end of the movie before we watch it? I'd like to know. Okay. So they took down Max Libator. Photo of appointment book cover. Photo of appointment book on the 26th of 2019. Very odd. Okay, so is this Max related stuff? Did you happen to get them? I would love to. Jesus, I don't know how you know this stuff. Do you have like an alert or something going on over there? It's totally beyond me. I'm sure I have them. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. If you want to send them over here, we'll go through them. No, just check a lot. Well, holy fuck, man. I check and this stupid thing doesn't go. What's going on there? See, I can leave this and it's going to be there for 5 hours. This thing blows, to be honest with you. Yes, very awesome. Is there any way that you could transfer me the 4 files? And we'll do it. We'll do that. We'll review them. The one that gone poof. That would be good. It takes too long to download 3,000 documents. Well, how the fuck do you know? How do you know what's new? I think these are just like magic, you know? Like magic. Why did the original... I use Excel. Well, how the fuck can you go through it? I shouldn't use such language. How can you... Anyway, whatever. I'd like to learn, honestly, but I think I'm just kind of dumb. Dinosaur. Maybe God intended it that way, I believe. Some hocus pocus going on, all right? It's like, how could you scan 3,000 documents? Yeah, that new. The only way I could figure out to do that, which I was never really able to do, was just download the documents all the time. And then whenever I noticed the number change a little bit, and then just kind of go through it visually line by line. And if there was something with not a number in parentheses beside it, I was like, okay, that's new. I work as a draftsman in drawings and know a bit about document control. What I don't understand is how these people at MCC are allowed to get away with this. Well, because nobody's really saying anything other than people they stick in an echo chamber. I would think. I still don't get how. Well, how you'd compare it line by line, no? I don't know. Anyways, it's probably not worth explaining to me. As long as you have the skill and are willing to do any and all of you, I so appreciate, because there's no fucking way I can. Post the documents a different way, versions, repost them as revision. The only way both documents exist is for the record. Okay, so that was so then I'm wondering if they changed. Let me check, because see, I'm still waiting. This thing takes forever. I'll probably come back in 20 minutes and it'll be, and if I click on a different window, well, then it disappears. If I click on that window and try and open another tab or something, that's a real piss off, I'll tell you. Okay, now let's see if they changed the foundational document. So yesterday they said that the command center 5771 foundational document. They were going to change it. Okay, let's see. No, they still haven't changed that, which I found curious because this foundational document, the command center, which will be updating to 61,298. Okay, so the reason that they changed this one, they said, was because of the birth date. There was a birth date in it. Now, I looked at it, and I couldn't see any birth date. The only one listed was the Wortmans. The kids' birthdays were covered up. I mean, I just did a search for birth dates, DOB, birth, date, born. All I could find was Wortman. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they cover it up, but they still haven't updated it. They're still using the old one. Our procedural manual is marked with date every time a new revision is made. Oh, come on. They do custom made timestamps and things down there. Yeah. Don't worry, they have an eraser-rooney. Special Mexican eraser-roonies. Now, let's try some of these other ones. 6-1. This one kind of interests me a little bit. All right, so they do have the scanners supplementary fill in the gap pooperoonie. This one, July 6th, 6 pages. Okay, that's not too long. So this, I think, may have something to do with Mexican tapes. Possibly. Perpetrators' access to radios, use of scanners, and use of knowledge of scanners. So I think is an update because the original one. So I noticed the first thing I noticed right away when I have it on there is DOJ Black. DOJ Black. So DOJ has come in and done something in here. Instead of mass casualty, because it had mass casualty white. And the date is updated from January 19th was the original one. So clearly they had to fix something or find something else more out. I'm not saying that every time they're fixing things, but this could be a removal of information or something. Information learned from Motorola expert, of course, which they had testifying, right? Commission contacted Motorola and requested conversation with radio expert organization. In response to the interview, they booked Dan McDonald. Wow. I know McDonald is common, but wow. Dan McDonald. Dan has been with Motorola 35 years, basis development specific infrastructure systems following the Summary of Information Review, 1980s and 90s, technology, analog, and design. Okay, good. Wasn't a lot of monitoring back in those days other than people around with their scanners, but I liked analog phones and analog TV. And that was all kind of good. Technology moved forward. Yeah. Slow transition into digital. Blows. During the early 2000s, the technology proprietary. However, the P25 project forced companies to move away from proprietary systems into one more interoperability, easier to observe by Project Wide Awake. Dan advised that according to Project 25, interest group, Project 25, standard design, manufacturer interoperability to digital two-way communications. Okay. Worldwide acceptance. Yeah. All right. Moving along. There also has been a transition. Okay. Encryption. Encryption has been on the radio for about 30 years. Blah, blah, blah. Scanners. The fundamental difference between a radio and scanner. Scanner does not transmit. Okay. Unencrypted radio transmission. So this is the tapes, the Picto stuff. Now let's see if they have anything to add on this one to just confuse things more. There are two separate incidents in the commission that the commission is aware of in which information was broadcast over mutual radio channel, unencrypted talk group. Okay, I'm not seeing anything about the Picto EHS channel. If the perpetrator had a scanner and was listening to the scanner during those periods, it's possible radio transmission. The method separates channels by frequency. So if users want to have two channels, they will have two separate frequencies. If the conversation runs across a channel, it occupies the whole channel exclusively. So then it would be highly problematic if, let's just say, the Picto channel was being used, that Colchester channel transmissions were on it, and names were being edited out. That would be strange, wouldn't it? And then not appearing in the transcript? What I thought was scientifically impossible. TDMA occupies a channel. So what about the transcripts then? Occupies a channel that allows two users to occupy the same channel. It appears to be at the same time. Two users. Okay, but I'm still not seeing two users can share the same frequency. Okay, that makes sense. First incident, 1245, a radio patch was established linking unencrypted talk group, Nova Scotia law. Okay, that doesn't look to be Picto EHS. No, it certainly does not. Okay. So what happened here? What happened? Do we have some funny stuff? A leak. Oh, something that nobody could get. Deleted. Most popular in the world. Dream. Yeah. Okay. Colors supplying all kind of different things from different departments. What is it in Donna Lee Wilson's? I believe it said nobody could access things that weren't above a certain rank, which obviously makes sense. So was it a intentional leak? To build a narrative? Maybe. Because then you got a paper transcript. Oh, okay. I don't know. Removed. During this period, the communications were transmitted unencrypted and susceptible to scanners. At 7:21 in the morning. Okay, so I don't see it. Do you see it? Do you see Picto? Picto EHS. Even though it is written, funnily enough, in a lot of the documents, it's written as though this happened. And they never bring it up. Those goofy hillbillies move along. Everyone moved along. You guys having a problem with that at all? Oh, we're way beyond that. They've been doing that for a while now. Up, down. I like Wayne's. How they cover up the bodies when Wayne comes to testify. And then use that document. It's almost like they don't want the bodies on the record. I have a problem to get. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Nova Scotia law won to an encrypted channel. I don't know. Maybe that's what Picto EHS is called, is Nova Scotia law. I don't see anything about EHS. Do you? Down now. One moment, please. Okay. No responses. No responses to my question? Really? Well, let's see. Maybe if it answers it in here, then maybe I'm just being premature. So it was operated 721, Ken Corkum. Okay. Helicopter landed 11:42 during this period. Radio communication to and from helicopter pilot was being transmitted unencrypted and susceptible to interception by scanners. I think there's a lot of IMT going on. The ERT radio transmission was passed on to the pilot verbally by the ERT member, of course, unnamed, Lawless, and this went through my head and now gone. Lawless and sorry, missing it. Not getting it right now. Who was on board and not broadcast to Mutual Aid 6. Perpetrator purchased eBay radio, of course, because they tell you that it was. and you know for sure it was because it was an eBay email account. So therefore, it must be him. Of course. Whoever him is. Perpetrator. Okay. Moving along. Information learned from Motorola tech expert. Writer contacted Motorola's and Fabian Atalvaro. Nice name. Works in Motorola Solution Services as a TSO subscriber, two-way radio through email. Fabian concerned because you couldn't have him come testify. And then you have to dump the report after. Radio service transmitted. Oh, sorry. What did he conclude? He just asked some questions. Okay. And Motorola radio series canceled. 2006 replaced by upgraded model. Motorola ceased all support for these radios. Fabian advised the radio would most likely still be functioning. However, without the specific information about the radio the perpetrator purchased, which of course they knew, right, because it was listed here. Did you tell him? Without the specific information about the radio purchased, the ability to examine the radio. Okay, so you just want to do it over the email. Don't want to ask him to come up. You'd rather have somebody come in from Scotland or whatever the fuck you're at. So rather than flying in an expert. Nothing shady going on there. The radios were programmable, and programming would dictate frequencies under which the radio would operate. The radio software subscription allowed them to be programmed. Okay, so is it then hard stuck on a programming? You can't do fuck all with them? The software needed to be downloaded but does that exist? From Motorola. Access to be downloaded needed approval through Motorola and was only done after an account was created. The commission was not able to determine. Did not looking so good now. No email. No account that could be found, of course. The last software release was 2009 and is no longer available. So he would reprogram it how? 13 years later? Or sorry, my bad. 11 years later? This is looking more and more shady. An authorized dealer may still have the software, but can no longer be purchased from Motorola. Okay, so now we're down to must find a dealer. There are several compatible Motorola antennas. I don't believe that's what really is the discussion currently. The antenna would need to meet the standards of the radio frequency band used to be effective. Okay, so interesting. All right, so that's going to also play a role. You have to have the software, which is unavailable. You have to reprogram it. You'd have to know the code. And you'd also have to have the antenna. The commission has no available information on date of purchase of antenna seen in the photo. So you have no bill of sale. But what happened to all the eBay goo? I'm smelling a lot of bullshit. Information learned from perpetrators' email regarding from commissioners, whatever. The goop, the ones that are going to be following their legacy for life. Review for email conversation, perpetrator and Kevin von Bargen. Perpetrator stated that he did not feel the radio was going to function, but was buying it for aesthetic reasons. Order the Whalen for my lights and Motorola RCMP. I'm just sensing that this is just becoming harder and harder a hole to dig out of, and they're just like, okay, we'll try this one now. Not sure if the decals are spot on. Laser perfect. New car. Monterey sticker. New car. Lisa Banfield. Quote. New car. End quote. Greg Price provided a statement to the RCMP. He is a hobbyist. And why is it that RCMP weren't interviewed about interviewing Motorola? Why didn't they come and testify? Shady. Shady. Of course they are. Come on. Are you shocked? Really? You know how badly you're getting fucked, don't you? Like, I mean, quite literally. They've just been running a game on you the whole time. It's not a secret. I suppose it's a bit of a one to wrap one's mind around. They're fucking everybody. But they think that they can get away with it. I would say Lori Ward's face kind of says it all. Greg Price provided a statement. He's a hobbyist. Communication from rail traffic, police, and fire scanner. Is that banned? In his statement, I'm being smart, Greg advised 1998 he sold the perpetrator a scanner. Met with the perpetrator a few times that year to exchange scanner codes. So you've been using the same codes since 1998? Don't think so. They usually switch them, but anyway. 2021, writer contacted Greg Price. Greg was able to confirm that he sold the perpetrator handheld scanner. Okay, so now we're off the car scanner. The car radio unit, so he couldn't transmit. Greg was not able to provide more details about the make and model of the scanner. Greg did advise investigators that he met with the perpetrator local Tim Hortons location. Okay, he did not have any specific details because of the time that lapsed. Okay, so they kept the same codes then since 1998. The perpetrator contacted Open Source Searching 2010 for RCMP. Right. Oh. Open Source Searching on May 19th, 2010? I didn't see that they'd pulled records that far back. Very interesting. Plot thickens. And I thought he wasn't interested in police at that point. 10 years ago. A review of both the perpetrator's email and financial do not show anything. Okay, so you have no proof still. 2021, David McGrath. Oh, okay, here we go. David is common law partner with Maureen. That's no longer so, is that right? In his statement, David says replica cruiser equipped with radio, but it doesn't work. In conversation with the perpetrator, understanding that he was not able to get it to function. Shocking. David also advised that he did not know the perpetrator. I'm just my opinion, it's all horseshit. The radio worked. The car was real. They're just trying to make everybody be like, oh no, no, he didn't have working radio. So that's not it. David also advised that he did not know the perpetrator to use the scanner or CB radio. In a conversation with investigators, David confirmed some of the information. The interview was not able to provide more details. Okay, so proof about Brenda style. Lisa confirmed in a statement, okay, no, nothing going on over there. It's not like she's getting charged. Lisa states that the radio was installed in the replica cruiser. She advised the radio looked identical. During interviews of mass casualty, Lisa provided photos of the interior that showed a radio installed. The center console of the replica cruiser, the radio is consistent with one purchased from, is consistent. Okay. According to eBay purchases, he bought the radio, control head, blah, blah, power cable, God only knows about the antenna. I guess it just magically appeared, which may or may not work. Photograph of the interior of the car showed a radio installed at the time. However, no witnesses has stated that they ever heard the radio work. Also did not feel. And perpetrators also stated he did not feel. This is so that you're like, yeah, no real radio. No new car. Not real RCMP car. It's a real RCMP car. Perpetrator did not feel, I'm feeling Mexican music, stated commission was not able to determine items purchased from eBay were installed in the replica of the cruiser. Okay, so still proof? A big fat zero. This is like, we cannot confirm nor deny that that gun fired that bullet. So, zero. So it maybe did. But maybe it didn't. Anything, throw it all on the table. It's a total joke. The commission uncovered no evidence. Oh, you didn't want to release this, of course, because maybe it might cause a problem. To suggest that the perpetrator had the ability to listen to encrypted or unencrypted radio transmission. Maybe it didn't even work to listen to unencrypted. The following are key points. It doesn't work. That's the key point. The Motorola radio purchased. That's your key point. That's what you're trying to sell everybody. But frankly, I think it worked because it was a real car with Monterey stickers. Right. Current encryption protocols require that all radios programmed with encryption codes. The Mass Casualty Commission did not find any evidence. The radio worked properly, was not able to locate. Perpetrator handled scanner. Okay, blah, blah, blah. No evidence. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is a total piece of trash document, but there is one usable piece of information on it. I feel, wait for it. You fucked yourself. Verb. Actually, there's two. The law group, not Picto channel. And if transmissions, of course, which is just a no-brainer, come across one frequency, they don't appear edited on another frequency. And then not in the transcript at all. Oops. Transcript, radio, kind of, all goes in the toilet. Oops. That's a big problem. That's a very big problem. Because they have a narrative that spins around that. Combine that with the article I was reading this morning. Thank you very much, TikTok, for that. We got a big fucking problem. Oh, and Kyla, who says that the hand transcribed Colchester logs seem kind of different from what Ottawa was given out because she transcribed them herself. Oops. RCMP member. Ooh. That called Mexican music. Now, let's see if I can get this downloading. You follow me about the radio? because it's really serious. Like, really serious. The whole narrative spins around those documents that say it's a transcript, but you have officers who are like, I don't remember saying that. And if I'm lying, send me to jail. I don't remember hearing that. I don't remember being told that. And if I'm lying, send me to jail. I don't remember hearing that on the way down there. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. On the radio, you have Inaudible. You have Mark Rose. I'm pretty sure I heard the perpetrator on the radio, who he believed to be the perpetrator on the radio. That appears where? Oh, I'm smelling, what was it that they said? Approved by, how did they phrase that? They had some neat term. Oh, my computer's not happy. Oh, fuck off. Because it's downloading. Oh, he has tables. Maybe we can table talk. He said any of the officers could have edited Mexican music. The radio log contained a deleting of the video. In fact, they produce unedited radio log, which you have a complete log here, 18 more pages worth of it proposed, and a proposed vetted copy of certain through a chain of command. Oh, not saying it is so. I'm saying you didn't ask on purpose. That's why you'd had the guy stuck in the email, Motorola expert. No, we can't show you that because we're sending it through an email. But I need to see it. Yes, we're too busy. We're flying in feathers and also bagpipes. Sorry about that. You might destroy the narrative. Oh. Yeah, is this going to work? Please? I'm saying. But they'll, funnily enough, sync up, which is kind of interesting because they shouldn't.
Yeah, I had a little closer to the scene there. Take it, if it's not, call 6 p.m. so they can take that out, please. Yeah, I had a little closer to the scene there. Thank you. Alrighty. Go ahead, Jeff. Do we know if they've caught the assailant? No, not for sure. It's in quite a ways, the actual house. They're bringing the victims out to that intersection from the actual scene. But no, they don't know if they've caught him. I don't know. All right, sir.
And what time was that supposed to happen at? Oh, 11:20 on the Colchester channel, but sometime post 12:45 on the Pictou channel, which is a totally different frequency. How did that work exactly? Does it just delay itself and then put itself on another channel? Or is there more to it? Let's see.
If you understood just where your ALS, I'd like to keep you there in case they find one. But if you do need to stay with that patient, let me know and I'll just hold 60 either way. Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the other point I wanted to make was right there. He said Colchester. Okay, so that was in the Colchester tapes, but of course removed in the Picto tapes because it wouldn't make very much sense to say off to Colchester if you're in Picto. You following me? But they totally line up. And then we'll continue from there. Well, we'll go back a little bit because I don't want anybody ever thinking I'm playing hokey games with anybody. Google Earth shows more than just a barn. I don't know what you're speaking of. I'm sorry. Sorry, I wish I could follow things closely. I have a hard enough time trying to remember my name.
All right, sir. If you understood just where your ALS, I'd like to keep you there in case they find one. But if you do need to stay with that patient, let me know, and I'll just hold 60 either way. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. 102 off the coach. 102, go. I'm going to gate 6. I'm going to gate 86, go. 86, go. We're just switching over to the hospital for a bit. Thank you. Copy, thank you. Insert a turtle, please. Much shorter intervals there in case you need some patients. We have a patient on board. We're just coming up to, we're 60. Coming to gate 6. To do a quick assessment. 86. Looks like it's just shot from the incident. She has the lens. We're just switching over to the hospital for a bit. It looks like it'll be a transport. Copy, thank you. Medic 60. Okay, thanks.
So I can continue from there. Now, what I was thinking, and in discussing with Julie, I think would be really great is if people got all the different versions together, had a look at the transcripts, keyword search the transcripts. I think we're going to find that there are similarities, possibly more than what is there. Now you see, this was way before transcripts were released. This was January 26, 2021. I don't believe the transcripts were released at that point. But if you look through the transcripts, well, that stuff's kind of absent. But other pieces are there. Do you know if they caught the assailant? What the fuck? Yeah. Narrative piece of paper transcript story goop. That's what I would call it. Thanks for the logs, which I don't know how much you've been fiddling with. But frankly, I think you wrote a story around it. Well, that was this. Fuck. Okay, moving along. Do you follow what I'm saying? Am I explaining myself well? Those are 4 different ones. Those are 3 different versions of Frank's tapes, I think, and the Colchester. So the quote unquote Picto, which is actually what? NS Law 1. So the Picto, where's the Picto now? But they used the Picto tapes in the fucking MCC. What? The fuck are you talking about? Are they Picto? Are they NS Law? Why is there a delay? Why are they on 2 frequencies? I like the editing out of Jeff O'Coin's name in there. Don't say Jeff, because that might tip people off to the area that he works. Whoa. So what exactly is this thing that they gave us? Which is not a transcript. I'm using it as a prop. What exactly is the radio logs? The ones that could be possibly, I don't know, vetted by the chain of command? You know. Because where did the logs go? Oh, that's right. Ottawa. Where is the highest levels of chain of command? Oh, that's right. Ottawa. Uh-oh. Had a dream. Didn't have a dream. So let me try this one on. I'm out of coffee. I have to make more coffee. Let me just grab iced coffee. Now, well, apparently it did and it didn't work. And the MCC did a bang-up job trying to figure out, did it really work? Because frankly, they don't want to know. They just want people to buy. Bullshit. Now, let me try this theory on you. I'm shooting out questions, so just like I try and do. You know. Maybe slightly more difficult. Okay. Not impossible by any stretch. It just may take me a little bit more work. Uh-huh. Maybe. Feck-F, I don't want your stuff. Didn't have what I'm looking for. I will find it, but give me a couple minutes there. See if I can find it here. Oh, good for you, Ricky. Information gets out. That's what's important. One more. Okay. Really now. Okay. This is going to take me a little bit more time. I don't believe I'll be able to do it here. So I'll keep my theory. I feel very confident in the, at least in the foundation of my theory to propose. Not necessarily in the conclusion. I do feel confident in the conclusion, but I won't go there right now. Now, okay. So we know that the radio doesn't work. The pictotapes are in question. The transcript, I would say, now is in question. The narrative, that puts the whole narrative in question, the entire narrative, which is like really fucking god-awful serious. And I think it may relate to something else, which even brings in another piece. Okay, let's move to something else, and I'll work on that in the background. Now, Jesus, this La Familia is zip. Like, honestly, it's a nothing burger. I don't know why this is big, but they liked it.
they thought this was a big seller. That's not a lot of drugs and guns. Fuck, man. It's shit. He's a dope fiend. He's got a debt. Seen it before. Yeah, no. I don't know what Griffin's deal is. I don't know what's going on over there. I have no idea. But the La Familia, to me, is a real dead end. You don't move back home to mama if you got a debt. You know, if you're fucking rolling in cash, you're a good dealer. You got your shit stashed. You come out, you're not moving home with mama. He doesn't strike me as the biggest drug dealer around. Let's just put it that way. Pickle, what? Is it cucumber or something? Griffin worked in Drayton Valley. Check his LinkedIn. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting town. Love and analogy extended out. Oh, okay. Well, I believe he just had a drug debt. He's got a dope problem. I don't know if he still does. He did. Quite serious, I would say. My opinion. Just looking at the facts and kind of knowing certain things in life. So you got a dope debt. So then you got a hold to pay back. And he not a very good person to have holding, and he got busted. Okay, now he's got to go home to mama. Can't admit the radio didn't work because the dash cam, especially uploading Lisa's iCloud. Okay, let's leave the radio. But as long as I've kind of got it on the record, again, I know I've done the tapes thing a few times, but I believe that I still haven't been disproven on this one. So I'd rather continue forward with that because it seems to hold more water than not. Okay, now let's try. Did you send me some documents here? Okay, new docs. Oh, thank you. Of course, it's been sitting here for an hour. Not that. That's a. Seamus, you're really slow. Oh, okay, and I can't download it. That's super because my downloader is, downloading. All right, so I won't be able to go through the Disappearo documents right now. That's sad. All right. So what else do we have? Oh dear, is plugging away. Go up further. Uh-huh. Well, I see the download, like the links, right? I just can't open them because of the fucking downloader is going bonkers. so I can't download. I can see what the files are. That is like the diary entries and things. The appointment book, is that what you're referring to? Or did you copy paste things and I'm missing it? I don't know this shit, man. I really like you. You're super awesome. So these are some of the other things that are out. Master emails Dave Leger. Dave Legge. Okay, so that's RCMP officer interviewing sit reps. Okay, I missed it. Where's all the sit reps prior to sit rep reports to Ottawa prior to they're on 13. We've never seen anything. Information details for Heidi. Undated. Interesting. The Denturist Society disciplinary stuff. That's kind of, I would think, pretty interesting because that's what they were all holding on to. As in, yeah, like he's getting disciplined. When I read through the documents, I was having a difficult time seeing that he was just a bad businessman or No, not even a bad businessman. He just pissed off a couple of people. Or there seemed to be one thing that, but I mean, you never know these days and age. Daily. Oh, Daily. Okay, so that's probably going to be IMT related goop. Sorab Rupa to Costa. Okay, that's going to be the policy center. Okay, so that's going to be IMT H strong. Mosier, the real Don Mosier. And Seeley. Interesting. Maps and details. Okay, what date were we on? Does it say? No. Okay. So I suspect that's early. Costa to Lisa Stewart. Oh, don't know what that is. Don't know her. Costa to Derek Santosuso and Darren. Tip 9 years ago, gunman wanted to kill cops. CBC. Okay. Okay, interesting. All right. They have a real problem with the bulletin that they said was destroyed, but it wasn't destroyed because they had it and were talking about it. But they just told people it was destroyed. Email from Darren. So the SIRT referral. Oh, that would be, maybe that's where something's getting kicked. And why is it going to demo? Okay, I want to look at that. For sure. Copy. I hit and said that before you saw them. Oh, okay. Get out of here. There's no fucking way. Did I beat out somebody typing? I'm like too slow. Oh, okay, good. Now it's frozen. This is awesome. Okay, so that browser looks like it's down for the count. Let's try this one. No, I want to keep that separate. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so this browser seems to be working, which is nice. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to go to let's see what Costa and Stoddard, is it Kevin Stoddard, SIRT, are talking about. Not really related. Or are they? SIRT referral. Downloads things slow. Yeah. That browser's dead. To Pat. Oh, CC Pat. Judge Pat, who was in the place at the time. Month later. Good afternoon, sir. I want to follow up on your inquiry from last week concerning video recordings at Infield. I've spoken to the manager. Okay, so Costa and the IMTH strong serve a lot of different roles. So he says it's to preserve evidence for future disclosure. At the same time, he's also anticipating he and Gray, Butcher, Robin, and Santosuso are all coordinating. Oh, and Croson, the lawyer, are all coordinating for possible way down the line inquiry goop and investigations. So you can see how that becomes a real problem because they're trying to protect the force, but at the same time disclose to all these investigations and also anticipate what the problems are going to be. So, of course, they're going to curate the data, which is why Lori was on about it today. Is this, oh, wait a second. Which one is the first one? I never understand these. 9:50 in the morning, 10. Okay, so I guess it's the bottom one. Good morning, Mr. Kern. I guess he's retired, so maybe you don't call him Judge anymore. As discussed this morning, the reason for my call is to bring attention to an issue regarding the existence of original videos on hard drives at Irving Station, where the incident involving our two members and Mr. Wortman took place. It appears that the two video recording systems at the gas station, one is located on a hard drive in the gas station, the second is operated and accessed remotely by Irving Security. Isn't that interesting? Who is the head of Irving Security again? Oh, that's right. Ex-RCMP, who all has ties to everybody else. Okay. Moving along. The videos provided SIRT investigation are copies. I wish to highlight the original videos. Incident remain in the holdings of Irving, overseen by ex-RCMP, who has friends connected in the story. I bring this to your attention. The RCMP does not control who may have access to this in the future at Irving. Make copies or perhaps post them online. Should this happen, it would have implications for both of our organizations. For SIRT, he's telling them that it's going to affect SIRT. Costa, who is just supposed to be the curator of information, handling administrative stuff. Oh God, the clips, man. You know, well, obviously you must be, you are astutely aware of the clips. There's fucking like a lot of clips in there. Bang, 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 overhead pump. Bullshit, man. Total. Those tapes. I like the future, or the motion camera, motion activated, supposedly motion activated, but when Hubley and McLeod drive in front of it, it doesn't activate. It only activates when they're way over there using the pump or getting out to not use the pump. Okay. I'm forwarding a message from Super Costa. He's here from New Brunswick to help with the Wortman investigation. Okay. Is that what you told Judge Curran? He called me a short time ago. The original videos are still with Irving. He said that there's both a local system and a centralized one held elsewhere by Irving organization. I told him that you give him a call. I want to follow up on the inquiry, Costa to Keith, SIRT. I want to follow up on the inquiry from last week, the radio recordings of Big Stop. I have spoken to the manager at Big Stop, who assured me that the only personnel who have access to the recordings are her and her assistant managers. I believe there is still one assistant manager who may be working there. The system is password protected, and they receive direction from their head office not to disclose any material and not respond to any media inquiries concerning this incident. Over time, the recordings will be erased as new recordings are added. I've spoken to the security and loss prevention manager for Couche-Tard, the parent company of Circle K, and he has also assured me that the video recording is secure and will not be disclosed to any unauthorized persons. He maintained a copy for future investigation requirements. He suggested that I have provide a non-disclosure agreement to him, and he will in turn have employees complete the agreement, and he advised me once this is completed. Well, then I guess my source checked out. One has to wonder who is the loss prevention manager for Couche-Tard. Might they be also ex-RCMP? Not that it's a total shocker, security cop, but ties. MCC uses more clips than Indo Blue and his bridge road trips. What are you talking silly for, man?
What's 6?
Running hard drives. Well, okay. Moving along. Inside the store. Oh, I don't think I've seen inside store. Oh, my apologies. And then I misunderstood. See, this is why I can't understand text. Inside of the store? Like the lights are going on and off in the inside of the store? That wouldn't provide, no reason for. No, I don't see any conflict there. I have made videos with time corrected 4 hours turns into over 5.5 hours. Okay, now I see it's fucking text, man. Oh, drives me. I can't understand text. People used to communicate by phone. I'm a phone person. No, it just flips to inside store for a second. Odd. Hey, Tara. Just found out the radio sound looks like bullshit. Well, not. It seems to keep pace. May open up some other stuff. All right. Okay. So what else do we have here? Have they haven't dumped anything? Let's see if they're dumping. Are they still dumping? I think, frankly, we need people who are. Oh dear, is checking on that. Okay, here we go. Fitbit. Bird. Oh, it's very short. Guess they didn't make a lot of contact. It appears. Anyways, a small file. Attempts. How is it an attempt? Like you could literally fly down there to the office, knock on the door. It's kind of like sending the shit by email to Motorola guy, and he's like, "Well, I need to see it." And then he's like, "Sorry, we're emailing." Fitbit regarding explanation of readings. The following documents to attempt to match casualty. So I'm just. This seems. Either Fitbit is going to have to say that their product is a piece of shit and therefore would tell you somebody's alive when in fact they're not, which wouldn't be good for business. And you've also produced a product that is crappy and lying. or it was telling the truth. Let's see what happens. Following documents the attempt mass casualty investigators to obtain information from Fitbit with respect to Fitbit data. They better fucking subpoena, and they honor data belonging to the victims. Okay. One of the mass casualty Fitbit device on a homicide, cell phone app attached to the Fitbit, heart rate. Well, Lisa McCulley equally had a watch that was A, monitoring heart rate, and B, her path and travel and speed. GPS, much more accurate. Maybe it's on par with Bluetooth GPS accuracy. I'm not sure. What do they call it? Bluetooth network. But of course, they just estimate rather than using the cloud information or the information that's on her phone, which was under her leg and didn't work. Of course, that sounds reasonable. So you could determine exactly when she died, because you'd know. Derp. Cell phone associated Fitbit indicated victim's heart rate was captured for several hours after the event. The writer conducted open source searches. Fitbit learned the following. It is established, I feel like I'm going to get really brokenhearted here and sad. October 2007 changed its name to Fitbit. Google purchased Fitbit. Well, yeah, so Google wants to say that their product is shitty as the documented parent company. Okay, so I'm having a feeling they're not going to answer. But I don't think they really care to make too much contact with them either. Commissioner Paul Thompson sent an email. Okay. And he asked to speak to James Park. James Park is CEO. March 8th, automated response received from Fitbit advising they would follow up with 48 hours. 7 days later, Commission investigator Paul Thompson sent second email to the investigator James Park, designate urgent matter. So maybe again I live in a different world, but you can phone people, and there's this weird thing. You can get on a plane and you can go to his fucking office. Like, it's real tough. You can find ex-employees. You can do a lot of different things. But you want to send an email. This sounds Motorola-ish. Urgent matter. Automated response back. As of date, no response to either emails has been received. Okay, let's see. Are they going to do anything smart? Writer contacted Albano. Albano is listed as Security Exchange Commission filing as the counsel of record. Okay, so they're lawyer. In the email, Albano, a brief overview of the inquiry. Writer once again contacted Albano by email. Email referenced the previous email and advised Albano of the mandate and included a brief overview of request. No response was received to either email. March 31st. Oh, okay. And how long ago was that? Oh, that's this year. Right. Okay. Very, very prompt. And they're very concerned about Heather finding out if she suffered, so you could alleviate, possibly her family's pain of wondering if she was suffering. No, you'd just rather leave it because it's painful to your organization. Pretty fucking sad, man. they got a hell of a case coming, I think. Albano received email to Ryder forward his contacts at Google, and he would update once he received information. Okay. Ryder received a second email from Albano requesting further details on the reason of the inquiry. The further information, hoping to facilitate the right to contact, finding right contact at Fitbit. Ryder received email from Kurt Howard. Howard is head legal for Google Canada. Google, who has a by the way, very tight relationship, like extremely tight relationship with the government. They actually have advisors to the government, which is really screwy, but they do. In this email, Mr. Howard received a meeting to understand the request and to assist Google in directing the request to the quote right people internally. The writer conducted a virtual Teams meeting. Oh my, this tech stuff. People are so stupid. April 6th, but they use it. They're using it as an excuse. April 6th, poor Heather's family, 2022. The meeting lasted approximately 20 minutes. The writer explained the reason for the Fitbit. Yes, let's see. Just hold on a second. I haven't read it. I don't know. I'm just having a flashback about Bose and the mechanical disruption. Remember that? He's mechanically disrupted. You can be shot in the brain, and it's just a mechanical disruption. The writer emailed Mr. Howard requesting an update. April 29th, Google seems to care about people, obviously. That's good. Good reputation you're building here. Received a response from Mr. Howard asking for clarification and specific questions, which required answers. The writer emailed Mr. Howard to provide more information and clarification into the request of the commission. The writer received a response from Mr. Howard, which stated in part, I've asked internally whether someone of appropriate knowledge might be able to speak to this week. On May 11th, the writer emailed Mr. Howard requesting an update. No response was received. Since March 8th, the Mass Casualty Commission has made several attempts to contact Fitbit and its parent company to seek out information related to parent participants' counsel. As the date of the supplementary report requested, no further contact has been received by Fitbit or Google. And so Dwayne says, case closed. And this is signed when? January, February, March, April, May. End of May. Let's see, there's that funny thing. What was it again? The power to subpoena, which compels somebody to testify. Motorola 2.0. Good stuff. But they tried. They did try. Wonder how much solace that's going to provide Heather's family. And being that this is May, end of May, we're now in September. What fuck's happened in the in-between time? And where's the subpoena? Real easy. McDonald, remember what a subpoena is? It's fucking outrageous. No wonder they run away. I would say that this is like, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything about that. I'm not trying to threaten anybody there. It seems a bit negligent in performing your duties as a commissioner. Legacy, care about families, or what was it? Or maybe it was kind of terror-related type stuff. Terra, you know? No! Or Mr. O'Brien, stop that! We need the quorum. Or Mr. Beaton. Legacy is going to follow you, sir. Ma'am, all of yous. All the lawyers participating in it too. Okay, now let's try Lisa Banfield phone records. That sounds good, right? Five, 8, 9. 5, 8, 9. 8, 8. Okay. Well, I do have questions about the records. I can't really quite understand them, so let's hope somebody does. Maybe we have a Motorola 3.0. We emailed and nobody responded. So we're like, okay, thank you. Draft June 8th. Okay. Lisa Banfield phone records. Oh, sorry, I didn't see what the other one. Damn, I shut it down. What when the supplementary? I guess it must have been May 30th. Lisa Banfield phone records examination, understanding, review, and explain. 9 pages. Okay, cell phone records. What about also Wortman's phone? You know, I think I have the phone number somewhere. Banfield explained perpetrator destroyed her cell phone in her presence, but somehow it still appears to be being used. Left in the bedroom of the cottage and all contents were destroyed in a fire. Oh, well, this could turn very Homolka very fast. Oh, you're spoiling. You're spoiling. No spoilers. One moment. Let's see. There may be something, a nugget. The writer conducted a side-by-side comparison, between completed VoIP calls. Okay. Voice over Internet Protocol. Why is she using that? What? This is for the FaceTime balls? Whatever. Their phone bills were over $1,000 a month. Every month. The cheap thing. So comparing these two, I don't know these two documents. Is this the... I don't know. I only know of one cell phone record. This makes it not only easier to read, but the legend is attached to the sheet of the document. TELUS Mobility was the phone provider. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. Because the over $1,000 bills, I think it was about $1,200 a month, they were paying to Bell Alliant. So here we've got something with TELUS. Okay, so if I did the math right, that would be about 3 full complete systems, probably with a cell phone. 1,200. Yep. So that would be 3 cell phones at bare minimum on the other one. Subsequently, the RCMP ordered a lot of fucking systems. home system, so many more addresses. The RCMP obtained a production order, Lisa Banfield's cell phone records, production, April, served April 20th, requesting cell phone records April 1st, 2019 to April 21st. Mass casualty received, okay, so this was, timing-wise, this is when they got this back, was the last, they did the last press conference, and then they started to go into the phone shit and some other stuff, and that was it. Then they no go. They never spoke again. That was when they shut down. So things start to really, if you look in the like what's going on, all the different warrants and things that start to get issued after the June 4th press conference, a lot of things start happening. That's when things start moving. A cursory review of the records made 21 outgoing calls after the point in time. There's nothing there. Yeah. A cursory review, so it's fast, review of the records suggested that Lisa Banfield's cell phone made 21 outgoing calls. Okay, well, this is, I guess, what we were witnessing. Let's see if it holds true. A chart of these calls is attached to report appendix A. Explanation. How does a phone that gets burned and smashed, or at least smashed, don't know how it doesn't get burned, make phone calls? 21 of them. Don't know if you can explain that one. Conducted open source search on why incoming calls appear as outgoing calls. As a result, the writer learned that when incoming call is not answered, the call is then forwarded to voicemail. But I don't believe that they were all going to voicemail. There were other numbers. The action forwarding the call is outgoing call. The production order results include a legend that explains the entries in the phone log. This legend is attached to appendix B. Legend is meaning code 124. Denote incoming call terminated to voicemail. Well, that's awfully, some of these are awfully long voicemails too. Must have be an extra super duper voicemail. As I recall, aren't some of them like 20 plus minutes? Very long voicemail. I'll have to look, but that's what I'm recalling. Call logs also have 3 columns. Right. I never could get this one. Originating call, number of originating customer dialed, or TELUS internal routing number, called number terminating called telephone number. I don't. B and C seem the same, except then you may have internal routing, which I don't understand. In other words, B, number of originating call, and C, number dialed, and D is where call terminated. Oh, I'm sorry, there's no A. Yeah, so B and C seem somewhat the same, except there may be some internal routing going on. Sounds like MCC promoting absurd conspiracy theory. Yes. Yes. I think you should point your fingers and call them conspiracy theorists. You can see how serious my face is actually too. I agree. Preposterous. Enfield Big Stop, real time. 5.5 hours. Oh, they clipped out. They clipped out time. Excellent. 45 minutes. Not that you need to remove pieces because there's nothing to hide. It's very transparent. Okay. Examination of the call 1046, 18th, 943 on the 19th. 24 calls made were logged. These 24 calls logged as both incoming and outgoing. 21 were identified as outgoing. All have this 124 code, meaning they terminate in voicemail. Terminating column of all 21 calls was listed as this. That's not at what I recall. No. Three calls were identified as incoming calls. Identify code 102. 102 is described as records as unsuccessful call attempt. So is that hanging up before you hit voicemail? Investigation of cell phone records, cell phone technology received. 3 identified as unsuccessful calls. No outgoing calls originated from Lisa Banfield. In other words, I thought there were, but maybe I'll have to ask you guys who was calling to let us hear them if that bullshit is what they're trying to dish. Oh no, I have 2 folders. And it's probably in neither of them. Bing. Oh. Shit. Example. Okay. Okay. I don't seem to have the records. I thought I must have renamed them something else. I certainly have them. Okay, so, well, that's worth somebody, maybe if they have it up, maybe O'Deer has it up right now. Do all of these calls, and because it doesn't seem like what I remember, that they all saved this 102, which would be 3 calls, 4001. And how long were the calls? Like, they only should be, what, a minute, 2 minutes long each? There shouldn't be anything longer than that. And certainly these 102s must be even shorter than that. Because if you hang up before you hit the voicemail, well, then that would come up as that other code. I know I have it and I scanned it. So I could search it, and then there's some journalists in there, which I always thought was a bit interesting. Okay. All right, let's try something else. Oops. More to definitely go on. 3782. Let's see, are they still putting up and pulling down? Let's make sure that's about the same. So I'm thinking that they must have swapped the one foundational document, which means we'll be able to find the date of birth difference too. Where's that? No, still have the old, according to this, still have the old COM number anyway. I'll have to go back to the original. 3783. Okay. I don't know if that's a new number for you, oh dear, but that's one new document they just added. 3782. I have no idea what that is. Is it possible for you to check? But we better get the new stuff, and hopefully the old stuff is not going down. I think they're going to play a lot of funny games, so we better be. Maybe I should just re-download everything. It's going to take fucking forever again. Okay, how am I going to do this? What I'll do is I'll do this, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do this. Sent you the SIRT report by Costa. I'm still waiting for all those fucking early SIRT reports. They don't start the SIRT reports until number 13, and that starts in May. Will they release phone records for the Samsung recovered along with the laptop at the clinic? They say the laptop hasn't been, well, I mean, you can be sketchy with that. They say the one account hasn't been logged into. Need some Tylenol. Or some Kirkland, which is actually ibuprofen. Okay. Good to see. Okay, so I better get that. Costa. More is going to come, like, it's just going to be, fuck, I might as well camp out with the computer for the next while. Costa, 6472, 64752. Okay, SIRT report. Costa, short and sweet. Looks to be 2 pages. July 10th. Trying to place this in my mind. July. There is interesting stuff happening in July. Is that Wildman and shit? To advise Commissioner Information Responsible that about several members of blank and that a referral will be made to SIRT. Some of the information is in relation to police action. Several members of blank. Bible Hill Detachment. Bible Hill Detachment. Could seems maybe even longer than that, but okay. But a serious criminal nature, which also involves emergency response team. No. Criminal nature involves alleged wrongdoing by senior officers. Oh. Crops H Division indicated 2 detachment meetings post-shooting incident involving Gabriel Wortman. These meetings were in response to requests for answers having related to the shooting incident. Okay, so black is indicating DOJ redactions. White is indicating mass casualty. Just for those who aren't familiar with the different redactions. Meetings in response to answers relating to shooting incident from frontline members. The Crops and members of his senior team attended blank. Members were provided an opportunity to ask questions. Okay, so this sounds like a data mining session, so that their concerns may be addressed. Okay. Is this where that letter came from? Sorry, I'm thinking aloud about the complaints that they had. What was one of them? It was a complaint from different meetings that they were having with groups of members. This is officers, right? Did I read that right? Alleged wrongdoing by senior officers. This is not general duty people. Members were involved in an opportunity to ask questions so that their concerns could be addressed. A neutral process was set up along with a framework. Several employees brought up issues forward in writing that are to be addressed administratively. During the review process, 2 persons blank came forward and provided information alleging serious criminal behavior committed by blank. The information relates to blank, having a sexual relationship with blank, as well as the diversion of source payment monies. What? Information was received from a blank witness which detailed to a pattern of behavior by blank, along with a significant detail which is described as predatory in nature. Not that I'm shocked, but look at I think it's Leona's brother. Michael. Is it Michael? Wow. Money and predatory sexual shit. This is document number, sorry, it'll come up at the bottom. I'll read it. Details provided by the witness included the name of blank, significant details of civilian witnesses who had observed suspicious behaviors of blank in relation to his interaction with blank, has no connection to the RCMP as a source. Both blank witnesses. Yeah, this is big. Provided details about serving officers at blank, including blank, as being complicit in taking overt action to cover up criminal activity. So they conspired, a group of them. There is significant detail provided by both witnesses of non-criminal behavior in relation to the Police Act violation by several members of blank, along with a cover-up of whose actions by several members of the senior command. Information provided to the RCMP was on record, and the case of blank audio recorded. The names of dozens of witnesses have been provided to the RCMP. Some of the civilian witnesses, and some are police witnesses, and some are RCMP employees. What year is this supposed to be? Is this like some old investigation? No. 2020, July. Oh my fuck. Senior officers conspiring, criminal behavior, sexual, predatory, monies, dozens of witnesses. Oh, this is right fucked. You know, it's getting like that that theory which has had no proof of anything. I'm not going to say it, though it's floated around for a while. Don't run crazy with it, but it's possible. The individuals that came forward did so on their own and are willing to be interviewed. One of the witnesses, please don't say the person's name either in the chat. Witnesses claim to have text messages as well as other notes in blank possession to corroborate some of what blank is claiming. Information received by the RCMP from witnesses reveal that several members of blank, I'm thinking this is a detachment, were aware of blank's actions and covered it up. Details were provided relating to concerted effort to cover up these allegations by blank and the suppression of evidence by not referring the matter to SIRT when several witnesses came forward. I don't know if this has a direct bearing on April 18 and 19, or if this is just some other related, predatory sexual garbage within the RCMP, which is excessive to say the least. Both witnesses provided extensive details about who is aware of this information, including several members of, that's a lot, but senior officers. This is really fucked. Really fucked. Is this what they're covering up? One of the RCMP pros files was provided, which has confirmed some of the names provided by the witnesses do exist. There are several pros files at blank that were discussed but not provided by the witness. Detailed information was also provided by both witnesses about blank, all DOJ. Some of this information related to covering up sexual indiscretions, the arrest of blank, as well as overt behavior by several senior employees not to support and withhold information or not call the RCMP to assist on major investigations as mandated by the province. Okay, so not to call the RCMP. Is this an external thing? Another police department? One witness provided several examples of both routine high-risk calls where the safety of RCMP officers could be compromised and civilians could be placed at risk? What, because they're getting down in a car or something? The information provided to the RCMP has compiled in a report along with the audio recording and a transcript of the recording. There are several criminal areas that need to be further investigated, along with numerous Police Act violations. None of the information received by the RCMP has been corroborated. A SIRT referral is being made with the information. There will be a requirement to interview RCMP officers whom have been officers. This is not general duties. This is white shirts. Whom have been identified as having knowledge of some of the information that has been collected once a process on the way forwarded has been initiated by SIRT. There will likely be significant media attention should the investigation be initiated. Strategic communication will have awareness. However, all media inquiries will be referred to SIRT. Recommendation, strategic advice, blank. Submitted by Costa to Leather. And Costa, what was it? I'm not a spin doctor. I'm not here to cover it anything up. Well, fuck are you talking about, dude? No wonder you went. Is this what it is? Dozens of witnesses? Oh, this is, I don't know if it's related to April 1819. July 10th. What the fuck? Car alarms. Sexual. Costa. Leather. Officers. SIRT. July 10, 2020. Oh. Okay, let me see, because there was an inference there at the bottom that of another police department. To advise Commissioner that information has been received by RCMP about several members of blank. Criminal Operations H Division initiated 2 detachment meetings. These meetings were in response to the requests of answers to Criminal Operations Officer. Members of his senior team attended. Blank. DOJ doesn't feel the need to blank this part out. Members were provided to ask an opportunity. Now, I am aware of a meeting. Was it Amherst? What were some of the complaints that they put in? There was one that was really kind of stuff about trusting them, and there was one that was kind of just stood out to me a lot. And he wrote, who did he write? And they covered up all the information, which, it was the wife that was writing on his behalf, I think. During the review, came forward alleged criminal behavior by blank or sexual relationship with blank, diversion of payment monies, information, predatory. Okay, I'm not seeing that it is RCMP. It could be another Could be another police department so far. Provided to the RCMP on record. That's my read. So it's a police department. I think it was reported to the RCMP, but I don't think it is the RCMP because of that line. Where is it? But the RCMP covered it up. The information provided to the RCMP has been compiled in a report. Could be. Or on call the RCMP to assist behavior of several employees, not to support or withhold information, or not call the RCMP. See, why would you say or not call the RCMP on themselves? Like, wouldn't you say call senior management or something? Like, I think it's another police department. I don't know. I think I sense trouble. Storms heading that direction. Not good to have mass emails going out. No. Could be. If it wasn't, in fact, the person that wrote the email, I don't think they're going to be very happy about it. Whoa. Additional exhibit. So we don't know what it's tied to. One moment. But irrespective, if the RCMP were complicit in a cover-up, again, this is just an alleged thing. Sounds very, very, very serious. If they were complicit in a cover-up, and that made, and like, what did they say? What did they say there? Under strategic actions. That doesn't look very good. Not like deal with it or something. Could be, but it doesn't. The sentences aren't structured that way, so I'm not saying it could be either way, but it's the English doesn't really fit for me. I'm getting the vibe of a different police department, which was then reported to the RCMP, and the RCMP then chose to cover it up. Oh boy. All right, let's try some other things to see if we can find any more information on it. So we're going to want to find something post July 10th. Now, okay, there are a variety of ways we can go about this one. We can try notes. I wonder when Costa bailed. Okay, let's try Costa. Costa has notes. Okay. Hey, Ricky. I called. I certainly sent a text. Did you get my text? Or are you avoiding me? No. Costa. Oh boy. So if Costa's aware, then that would mean that Santa Suso is aware too. Oh boy. This could get real bad. Quintet. I have a feeling the notes will be black, but we can try. It's going to have to be in other places. That's too far of a stretch. All of it's too far of a stretch. To say it is the RCMP, to say it is Morrison. I don't know, but this is why we can look. All right, maybe we can get some clues. Now we know that it was at a meeting. We know that Leather was there, so Leather's notes may have something. We can maybe find out where it was. Did you get my text, or are you just avoiding my text? Because I had a couple questions for you that you may be able to answer. Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Howdy, CSE. You fucking assholes. You guys aren't going to have jobs when this is all done, if this is going to go this way. Can you imagine? I'm not saying that it is tied to 1819, but even then, even if it weren't tied to 1819, right? But this came out. And then you've got Boodlin. Oh boy. The RCMP would not survive. Okay, so then if they covered up by using the MCC and drained us of $100+ million, no wonder everybody's running for the hills. Oh, it wouldn't even matter if it wasn't tied. Women abuse. Okay. Let's not get too carried away, Seamus. Let's see what we got. Okay, 6. I'd be curious to see when. So Costa left in September. Seven. Okay, we're getting close. 8, 9. Here. But Chris went to the meeting. Chris had the meeting. I don't think it would be too long afterward. It's pretty fucking crazy. July. Maybe. Teleconference. Possible. Mind you, we have to keep in mind that of course he's going to have meetings with everybody. Come on, Costa. Don't you know what? Oh, that's not very good in a notebook. You don't even know what month it is? And what happened to everything in between? 4, 9 days, 10 days missing? Okay, let's try. I don't remember. Not going to remember what notebook that is. Up. So we have nothing else. May. Okay, that doesn't really work. Wanda bailed. A lot of stuff with Wanda. I don't quite understand that piece yet. July 8. Okay, so it could be either of these. Let's go with it. They replied right away. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to. Okay, so wait a second. July 27th. I didn't think your notebook went that far. Okay, it does. Sorry. Have to go up higher. Much higher. Okay. I am aware of one meeting at Amherst, but I'm presuming that they went around to different places. July 16. Please don't be playing funny games with your notebooks. Right? July 10. Cross out. Okay. It's like changing the time. July 10. Cross out. What the fuck, man? What time was that email? "8:30, speak to Costa." Oh, come on. Or the sit rep report, they don't have a time on it. Approved. All right, well, let's go up. Maybe it's just really July 10. Oh, you guys are going to look real bad if that turns out to be quote unquote irrelevant. neat as a ram. Likely source of IPV. Intimate partner violence situation table. Dustine case manager. Monies. Like, what is that? Payoffs? Prostitution? I'm just spitballing. I'm not saying that that is the case. Jesus. IMT gunk. Vicious animals. How much faith are you going to have if this turns out to be true? Okay. Well, actually, let's just fire this off. Wonder when Curran bails. I bet you're going to find a lot of people bail around this time. Fuck off. No. Yeah. Okay. But that's their address. Sorry. Sorry? Oh, I had the screen covered up. I have to try and find email addresses. Committed to transparency. Oh. Yeah, yes, I could tweeters the. Try a couple more here. I wonder how. God, I hate these people. Oh. Tour star. Oh, I got it wrong. Sorry, I can't see what you guys are writing. I'm looking at. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. I don't know who the Justice critic is these days. Anybody know? Taggart says. Oh, Tony's interesting. Why am I following them? God only knows. There are a few people, but I'm going to have to make some phone calls. Is he? Or is he a late Johnny come lately? Don't want to have somebody who's like in the bandwagons. Don't want to go down that road. It's far too premature. Okay, where were we at? That should generate enough interest. Runkle is good. But mind you, what was it? There was something that happened. Just a Peter fired off. Okay, now, all right, so I think it's incumbent upon who? Raquel. Oh, I like her. She's been very good. I don't really pay much attention to politicians, but you want to find different people. For public safety. Yes, of course. Right. Man, I should know that. I've got the next episode from last month to still put up. But it is ready to go. I do quite like her. Who's the Justice Minister critic? Somebody find me that. Are you talking about whatever? She married now. I used to kind of like her, but went shit. Rambo, I'm not a big fan. Doesn't matter. Somebody will pick it up. Raquel Deco. Who's the Justice Minister critic? Oh, it is Michelle Rempel? Jesus, really? she a she her today? She's pulled some awesome stuff. Chris Nentermo. He's also the speaker. Kent Smith. Rob Moore. I'm sorry you guys are shooting names by me that I don't know. Wow. You can see how much I follow politics because I have a lot of. Believe it. I'll have to strategize. I'll do it at a later point. It's a start. There were some politicians that I think did used to have some. Who did it? Who this? Oh. Hello. Okay. Yeah, if you can fire those around, that'd be good. Let's see if we can stir up a little bit of attention. Please. Over on the tweeters. I don't know what the hell I am. Something. I think you can click my little thing on the thing and it'll tell you what is my handle. I don't even know. Lil _ gray cells. That me. Wait a minute. Oh, actually. Why don't I do a little bit of digging and make a couple of phone calls and we'll reconnect, okay? Anyway, because it's been a little bit. So perhaps I can pull some aid in. Pretty there. Oh, yes. It could do that. I don't really speak to any. What was it? How did I even pick this? Just because it was IMT related, I think. I was like, oh yeah, going to be interesting. IMT, trust me, it's going to be a big one. Even if this isn't it. IMT is a disaster zone. All right. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me. 42 of you. I appreciate it. Please get out, I guess, spread that message. Listen, I don't know. Call me foolish. I think we can make a difference. I think we can clean things up. It's our mess. Our responsibility. Other people don't want to. Okay. It's incumbent upon us. And, you know, what was it that they, and I'm pretty sure they remember because the way that they spoke said in the chat, because they knew what I was talking about. I was using kind of some of their languaging. And I said, you know, bags are full. Or I said, talking about the bags. And he's like, the bags are full. Can't carry them anymore. I'm like, just give them here, bud. We'll do it. God bless you all. I will be back tonight for sure. I'm going to probably be back not long. I just need to make a few phone calls. God bless the 23. This one is not done. It's only the next chapter. It is. And just stay strong. We'll be united. It's all about peaceful. It's all about just using the gray cells. That's all. And we do it as a team, right? There's no glory. There's no nothing. And hopefully we can get them some justice. Please stay safe with, yes, absolutely. Sorry. You beat me there. Please stay safe, all of you down there. I know the next while is going to be a tough ride. So batten down the hatches, as they say, right? On the sea. Yeah. God bless you all. God bless the 23. I'll be back.